Joining me now is Patrick Mweheire. He is Head of Investment Banking for Renaissance Capital and CEO in East Africa. So before the financial crisis, Renaissance Capital was aiming to become the leading emerging markets investment bank. Is that still the case, and how do you plan to achieve that?
I think it's very much still the case. If you look at the latest rankings that came out on research in the EMEA region, Renaissance Capital was an undisputable champion. So we were able to generate such high scores in such a troubled and distressed market. So I think we're very much on track. In Africa, we've re-engaged and are continuing to open offices across the continent. We intend to be in about 3 other new markets by the end of the year. So we're very much on track.
And obviously there are opportunities in oil and in the oil and gas sectors. What about mining and metals?
There's a lot of opportunities, metals and mining. I think one of the largest transactions we did last year is we were able to sell Camek, which is a company that had assets in the DRC and Mozambique, to a Kazakhstan mining company called ENRC. That was a very unique transaction and just shows the strength of our platform. Being able to connect the dots between a Kazakhstan company and a company with assets in the DRC and Mozambique, I think demonstrates that we are a true emerging markets platform. And
Nigeria is the biggest market for you guys in Africa. Just tell us about that.
Well, Nigeria is an extremely large market. I don't think a lot of people know this, but Nigeria's GDP is on plan to exceed South Africa in less than a year's time. So that is a significant development. Not a lot of people know that. It's 160 million people. GDP will be close to 300 billion. So it is a country that we are very, very much committed to try and do business in.
And an economy that could potentially overtake Africa's, South Africa's as the biggest.
As the biggest in Africa. But the challenge is that when you look at some of the other metrics, South Africa's market cap of the whole entire companies trading in South Africa is north of 400 billion. In Nigeria, it's 40 billion. So it's 10x, and the GDPs are close to each other. So, the question we ask ourselves is, that is an opportunity. We should be trying to move that up, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Patrick Mweheire, Head of Investment Banking in Africa for Renaissance Capital, thanks very much.